Uh-oh. Those guys again.
Who?
Yep.
We're back.
Yep.
You know who it is. Those dudes. Episode 22. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Terry? You sure you're not slipping out going to the clubs at night?
Yeah, hey, I'm trying to fill in for somebody tonight, man. I'm trying to fill in for somebody.
Hype, man.
Yeah,
Doing a great job. You're doing a great job, bro.
My best impression. But yeah, episode 22, September 30th, fellas. What's going on?
Hey.
What's up? How's everybody
How's it
doing
going?
out there?
Everything's good. Had some ice cream over the weekend. Everything's good.
Sure.
For your
That's all
sorrows
about.
of Pittsburgh losing.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly.
Brian, how about this? Subscribe.
We at Exo Sports would like to thank all our viewers and listeners for their support. We're currently streaming on all media and podcast platform. You can catch us on Apple and Spotify, iHeart. If you're driving in your cars, that way you can be safe. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to click that subscribe and that notification bell. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also feel free to join in on the live comments and join in on the debates. And welcome to the new viewers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Most definitely.
The world of college football. Alabama rolled Tide 63. South Miss 14. Number 2 Georgia 62. For Vanderbilt 0. Number 3 Oregon 41. Arizona 19. Number 4 Oklahoma 16-13 in a close game.
Very close.
And the major upset, NC State 27, number 9 Clemson 21, knocking Clemson rankings down to 25. No playoffs for Clemson.
No, I don't think so.
I think they are done.
Dabo's done.
But if you, for some of these games, well, not Alabama, but I'm surprised with the Oklahoma and West Virginia. You know, Oklahoma will stay up there highly ranked, but let's see if somebody can bump off Oklahoma and see if they drop like the stock market.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball update. Malcolm.
Yes. No doubt we're getting down to the wild card wire. But let me first congratulate the division winners. Tampa Bay, of course, won the East. You know, Tampa Bay Rays. The Chicago White Sox won the Central in the American League. The Houston Astros won the West in the American League. The Atlanta Braves won the National League East. The Milwaukee Brewers won their division, which is the Central, the National League. And right now, still a dogfight, but I got a feeling San Francisco's going to take it. Between San Francisco and LA. San Francisco's has 104 wins. That's their record. They've never had more wins than that. Right behind them, with a mediocre 102 wins, is the LA Dodgers, who's probably spent more money than anybody in the stock market, you know, get their players over there. But now let's run down this wild card. This wild card is awesome. Especially, well, it's over in the National League already. The wild card will consist of, you know, either the Dodgers, the loser of the Dodgers / San Francisco division winner. That'll be the home. They'll also, whoever it is, will host. They will host the St. Louis Cardinals, who had a 17-game win streak? That's incredible. Get where they are. They took Cincinnati out. Cincinnati been leading the wild card the whole year. They had a decent year too. Them and Philadelphia were up there, and St. Louis just came out of nowhere with a 17-game win streak, and put it down. They put it down, so they'll definitely be in the wild card. Now, when you go into the American League, man, I tell you, the New York Yankees. Hold on, let me. Think matters right. There you go. The New York Yankees, my New York Yankees, man, they went in Boston and swept that booty. I tell you what, right there, Boston right now, they smell like booty, you know, because they let the king, which is the Yankees, the dynasty, run in there and take that, you know, that sweep that thing. I tell you right now, Giancarlo swinging like that, man, he hit a ball. I think it's still traveling right now, and it's on its way to Ohio somewhere. That's how far that ball was hit. And of course, we know Aaron Judge is just a beast. He's just an all-around great player. When they show up, they show up. I tell you right now, all they need is good pitching. They have the pitching to hit it and come around. You got to worry about that. They went there this week. Now, as far as where the wild card sits, Yankees are up by 2 games only, and they're the home team. They will be the home team to Boston and Seattle, which Seattle came out of nowhere with a 9-game win streak to tie Boston right now for that second wild card spot. The Yankees just finished 2 out of 3 in Toronto, who has a high-powered lineup, and that thing got 2 out of 3 from them. And right now, Toronto's just 1 game behind Seattle and Boston. But the Yankees play the Rays and at home, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the Yankees ain't taking none of this for granted. Their playoffs started 2 weeks ago. Everybody know that. See, people don't realize that. Yankees playoffs, everybody else playoffs start now. Yankees playoffs started 2 weeks ago. They knew they had to win to get in. So it's no big deal. And I like to see what they're doing. Of course, the superstars are coming around. So like I said, stars shine. Let that star shine. Like I said, when you got Judge and Stanton, Rizzo had a big home run today. Big home run. And Stanton just hit 2 today. So Aaron Judge hit 2 today. And Aaron Judge is balling. And man, it's just great to see this wild card. So let's see what happens the next week. We'll see the winners.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was pretty awesome to see Carlos Stanton, the big man with the big bat, knocked him out in Boston. I was just like, when the bases were loaded, I was like, okay, Stanton up. And when the kid threw the fastball right down the plate, that ball went out of there faster than UPS can deliver.
Rushed it. 470 feet onto Lansdowne Street.
And the fans in Fenway were silent.
Silent. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Malcolm,
my
for
White
that.
Sox are in there.
Yeah, the White Sox.
Are Yankee fans happy now?
Yeah, we ain't in the playoffs yet. Yeah. We in that World Series.
All right.
Anything can happen. Even if the Yankees make it to the wild card, 1 game, anything can happen. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
The Yankees can wind up putting up 7 runs, or the Yankees might only put up 1 run.
Yep. Can I say something, brother?
Yes.
I tell you what, they paid $300 million for Garrett Cole the day he pitched like a bum. The past 2 times he's been pitching like a bum. Listen, $300 million. We don't pay you for what you did in the past. We paying you for what you're gonna do for us. Look, we already know we can make it to the playoffs. We need you to win the games you got to win. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be pitching that first wild card game. I tell you what, he pitch a dud if he won. He's gonna be looking for a long next 7 years. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Yankees fans are gonna be booing and booing and booing.
Yep.
They don't care about it.
NL West.
You do that well.
Yeah. Spoken like
West,
a true
talking
Yankee fan.
2 teams with 100 wins, and somebody's gonna be playing in a wild card game.
Definitely.
Yeah. Tough division.
I gotta say, the San Francisco Giants did a great job this year because nobody picked them to even get nowhere near where they got. Nobody had them even in the playoff because they had older players. Now the older players blending in with the younger players, they're balling. Like I said, they're doing their job. They're playing it at the back of the baseball cards. The problem with the Yankees this year is everybody underachieved, except for Judge and Stanton. Everybody on the team, all their bats underachieved as far as Torres, what's his name, Urshela, you name them. Down the line, they all underachieved, except for, like I said, Stanton and Judge. That's it.
Yep. A big spark when Rizzo
came. That was great. That was a great pickup. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that kid, what's your name, Gallo, he ain't doing nothing but popping up or swinging, striking out. Somebody need to work on his swing. He needs a more level swing. We don't need you to pop it up every time we turn around. You know, we need you to get on base. And the guy's an athlete. He can run. He's a great fielder. You know, like I said, we didn't bring him over here to save the day. We got him over here to blend in with the rest of the players. This ain't Texas. You don't have to win it. Yeah, this ain't Texas. This is New York. Come to ball with everybody else. Blend in. Got a lot of bats behind you and in front of you too.
Well, you know, kudos for the Chicago White Sox. Brian had that was Brian's sleeper back in the very beginning.
Good call, Brian.
Yeah. And so I'm happy to see the Chicago White Sox doing good.
They got a great manager.
Mm-hmm.
Tony La Russa is just a great manager.
Yes, he is.
Hall of Fame manager.
Yeah.
WNBA Playoffs update. Terry.
Yep. Well, you know, the playoffs started last Thursday with their single and second round elimination games, and they were very exciting games that went down to the wire. And you had the semifinals that kicked off this Tuesday with the Chicago Sky defeating the Connecticut Sun in double overtime, 101-95, and then Las Vegas Aces defeating the Phoenix Mercury 96-90. And then you had tonight's game. Connecticut Suns pulled off a victory tonight, 79-68. And right now, I know the game's still ongoing, but it's looking like the Phoenix Mercury are going to tie this series at 1-1. Last I checked in, they were winning, and they were up by a pretty big margin. Also, even though she hasn't made an official announcement, we want to acknowledge and give Sue Bird her flowers. Sue Bird is a 4-time WNBA champion in her 18th season. She spent her entire career with the Seattle Storm, since getting drafted by them as a first-round pick in 2002. And what it might probably her last game with the Storm, she played 37 minutes, 16 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. She hit a big three-pointer to send the game to tie the game, and then eventually force overtime, where they lost to the Phoenix Mercury. And it was kind of fitting. She lost to another UConn teammate of hers, Diana Taurasi.
The GOAT.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
UConn versus UConn.
Yep. Very, very good career.
Great career.
Yeah.
Can't, words can't describe. I'll just say consistency.
Yep.
If I had one word to describe her, consistent.
Consistency, playing on 18 years.
Yes.
No serious knee injuries.
No.
She was
God bless.
True value, #1 pick.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Lived up to it. Did some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also want to acknowledge Connecticut Suns, Jonquel Jones, for winning the WNBA MVP award. She averaged 19 points, 11 rebounds a game. She was 4th in the league in scoring, 1st in the league in rebounding, and in the top 10 in blocks this year.
Wow.
She shot 36% from the 3 as well, so she could shoot it a little bit too now. And while we're on the top of the Connecticut Suns, we also have to give kudos to Coach Kurt Miller. He's been named the 2021 WNBA Coach of the Year. And then the Suns also have another player in Brianna Jones, who's been named the WNBA 2021 Most Improved Player this year.
Wow.
So, pulling for the Suns to get to their first finals, maybe win it this year.
Put us on the map, baby. Put us on the map.
Yeah,
CT, stand up.
that's it.
Thanks, Terry.
Oh, no problem.
Now we go into the NFL,
Dun, 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 dun.
the games of week 3. Starting off with the Colts 16, Titans 25. Malcolm.
Titans came to the ball. They went there. They was like, we're not sitting back and wait time on this team. Titans did a good job. They won the game. You got to give them their credit. Good job, Titans.
Terry.
Yeah, I mean, like Malcolm said, they came, took care of business. Again, Derrick Henry, big day. I think he rushed for 113 yards. He had a 2-point conversion. I think Brian said it last week too. Looks like they're gonna get back to that old formula, feeding Derrick Henry the ball to win the games for him. Maybe they're looking down the road to kind of get that passing game going. But, Tannehill had a decent day. Threw for like 197 yards. He had 3 TDs, but he also had 2 INTs. But Colts, on the other hand, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. I know Carson Wentz toughed it out through that ankle injury, but, it's not looking good for them.
Brian.
To bounce off what T said, Titans, they had a good balance. Had 188 yards passing, 180 rushing. Tannehill was 6 for 12 on third down conversions. So they had a good balance there. Henry, the thing I keep worrying about with this long season, he had 28 carries. Last week, I think he was in the 30s. So it's going to see how that works out longevity wise, or just during this season. But if that's what they got to do to win, they have to do to win. Right now, Colts, Wentz is not looking well. The Colts in general. You want to blame it all on him? You can. I have no problems with that. He had 194 yards passing on 37 attempts. That's not a good average right there. And the Colts are looking 0-3, possibly going 0-4. What do you do if you do lose that 4th game? Do you just fold up and maybe think about getting a high lottery pick, maybe a quarterback, or you keep Wentz and then long terms? What do you do? So they got some things to work out and things they're going to have to answer.
Soul searching.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, with the Colts and the Titans, I think the Colts are in serious trouble. I think they're not going to have a winning season. They have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL this year. And so, that being said, I look for the Colts to be in the first round, at least number 5, or picking in the first round in the NFL draft. I just don't think it's going to work with Carson Wentz. I don't think he's healthy enough. It's showing out there. He didn't have that much spring training camp games. I mean, not spring training camp games, but preseason games due to his injury. And so, and learning a new offense, I don't see this going anywhere with the Colts. And the Titans, the machine with Henry is just warming up. Chargers 30, Chiefs 24. I opened my big mouth and said that the Chargers didn't have a chance. Beat the Chiefs at home, and they stuck me with a lightning bolt. Terry.
Well, big story of this game, believe it or not, was the Chargers defense. They caused Kansas City to turn the ball over 4 times. You know, that was totally unexpected. You don't expect to see that from a Andy Reid, Mahomes-led team. I think Mahomes finished with 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he did have 2 interceptions. Justin Herbert, I mean, on the Charger side of the ball, he had a solid game. This kid's he's going to be good. He had 4 TDs, threw for 4 TDs, no interceptions. Yeah. He also came up big when it was a crucial fourth down. And instead of kicking a 48-yard field goal with like a minute left in the game, they decided to go for it. It was I wouldn't say it was a gutsy call because they were going into the wind. They would have been kicking that field goal into the wind, but you know, he kind of put up a jump ball, and they got a pass interference call, which was big. And then they just eventually he closed it out with a touchdown pass to Mike Williams. So I like the Chargers. I just think if they can get out of their own way, they could be a team to reckon with. They do get penalized. They do shoot themselves in the foot with penalties a lot, but they showed up big against the Chiefs. Chiefs got to I don't know what's going on with them. They got to cut down on turnovers, and I think they need to get their running game going a little bit too. But we'll see what happens.
Well, speaking on the Chiefs running game, they did have Edwards-Helaire have 100 yards in that game. So they picked a little. What it is, everything goes through Pat Mahomes, which is a great player, no doubt. He took 2 interceptions though, 2 big ones. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, he goes to Kelsey all the time. The key is, what did I say a week ago? Where's their defense? They can't hold nobody. It's serious. Now they're going out and finding any cornerback or anybody they can get linebacker that'll come. That's off the shelf right now. Getting them out the meat locker. Anybody that's healthy, let's plug them in. Somebody will work. They got no pass rush coming. I mean, the Chiefs were down 14-3 at halftime. Right? Then they took the lead, went up 17-14. Then after that, it was over. Like you said, Herbert came in and took over, and the kid is steady. I mean, his fundamentals, he just rocks it, and he throws. Man, when he's in rhythm, the kid is good. I'm telling you, he's a force. If they put a lot more around him, and we already know they got defense because that pass rush is excellent. They got over there, you know. Yeah. So it ain't easy to get through they're gonna make some noise in that West, without a doubt. They're gonna make some noise. Good job, Chargers. Good job,
Brian.
Yep. Kansas City, as Malcolm said, their defense to me is pretty much like how it was last year. It's not great. It's fair. I'm not even gonna say it's good, but their offense is just so prolific that they keeps them in games and they win games. And the turnovers is what made them lose this game. As Malcolm said, they was shut out in the first half. They only had 3 points in the first half, and then they just bumped up and put up 21 like it was nothing. But got to give Chargers their due. Herbert is looking like a seasoned vet out there. Had a clean game, no turnovers. Basically, maybe he learned from the Dallas game because they potentially could have won that game.
Yes.
Yeah. So looking at that, the Chargers are looking very positive. As T said, if they can just limit the mistakes, I think they'll do even better. Looking back at some teams who passed up on them, I know Miami's having some second thoughts of, wow, we passed up and we could have had him. So GMs need to go back and do some film work.
When you look at Tyreek Hill, five catches, 56 yards, no touchdowns. And you guys remember the other wide receiver they had on the other end?
Sammy Watkins.
Watkins. You don't have him.
Yep.
So Sammy Watkins could spread move make that safety look a little bit over it, like, oh, I got to watch out for him. And then you still have Kelsey as the tight end. But basically now they're telling the other wide receiver, show me what you can do.
Yep.
And I think they might have made a mistake getting rid of Sammy Watkins because he had speed to get down the field. So no Sammy Watkins. What would you do with Tyreek? Double him.
Yep.
Let Kelsey get his yards, but I'm not going to let Tyreek Hill kill me with a few bombs down the field.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be the trend for KC, and they just put I believe Josh Gordon.
Yes.
Yep.
I was going to say that. Very good.
On their practice squad. So,
Sign him.
you know, I don't. And another thing about Kansas City, when you are a Super Bowl team, everybody's coming with their A game.
Yeah.
Now you've got to come with an A+ game.
They were said, I'm sorry, brother. They were told that they had one of the best receiving cores in the league to start this season because they got them two kids, Pringle and Hardman, who Mahomes always finding wide open, doing a slant or a deep cross all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like you said, when you got to be the other side of that man, the man getting double teamed and people rolling their defense, they're definitely rolling their defense Tariq way.
Oh,
They don't care. They're definitely rolling. They're rolling. They said, we're not going to let him kill us. They got that from the blueprint of the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They said, we're not going to let him kill us. The other ones get open, okay, but we're not going to let him kill us. And I think they let Sammy Watkins go for money reasons, obvious, you know. And they got two kids who they thought was going to groom into the spot. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Work in progress.
And I think you're starting to see teams, if it's a close game and it's fourth down, they're just, the analytics is saying, go for it. Don't give them the ball back because,
Ball back.
yeah, they're probably going to score. So you might also go for it.
Yeah. And you remember who was doing the analytical a long time ago? Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, why is he going for it on fourth down? And we just took it like, hey, he's Bill Belichick. He's the coach. But all along, he was looking at analytical and he was using it.
Yep.
Crafty son of a gun. Rams 24. This was a mistake. Rams 34. Bucks 24. Malcolm.
Oh, great game. I tell you what, the Rams look for real. No doubt. They took it to Brady. And I'm going to say it right here and now. The Cowboys in week 1 opened up the blueprint how to beat Brady and them. Kill that backfield. The secondary is not that good. Their linebackers are awesome. Their pass rush is awesome.
Yep.
We know Brady's awesome. The key is Dallas opened up the blueprint how to beat the Bucks, and the Rams took it and ran with it. And we know that the Rams are a good team anyway. And Stafford is showing his oats a little bit, you know. He's got some tools to work with, and he's not in Detroit no more. So he's basically taking advantage of it. So we already know that the Rams have a great defense. They were a great defense last year. They were number 1 or 2, whatever they was, vice versa between them and Tampa Bay. But hey, right now they put Tampa Bay and they put the rest of the league on notice. We're here. You might have to come through SoFi Stadium to get to the Super Bowl. Oh, by the way, isn't the Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Boom!
Yeah.
Segway.
Terry.
I didn't see this coming. I thought Tampa was gonna go in there and humble the Rams, but that Rams offense, they did a little bit of everything in that passing game. They threw the ball underneath, they threw screens, they threw it up top. They were able to run the ball consistently too. Stafford looks good. I mean, he had 343 yards and passed for 4 touchdowns. That Cooper Kupp Stafford connection is looking real good. On the other side of the ball, I mean, Tampa's got to do something with their running game. It's still hard for me to believe, but I saw this. It looks like in total the Bucs had 35 rushing yards, and Tom Brady had 14 of those rushing yards. So I expect this. I expect the Bucs to come back with a vengeance against the Patriots, which we'll probably touch on later. But kudos to the Rams, though. They look good. They look Super Bowl very well could end up there. So we'll see. Well, it's going to end up there anyway, but we'll see if we make it.
It is
Brian.
Yeah.
What T was just saying, when I seen the stat too, I checked a couple of sites because I couldn't believe it. When I seen Tampa, I was like, the leading rusher was Tom Brady with 14 yards. I couldn't believe that. I checked 3 of them. I was like, wow, he was the leading rusher on the team.
Yeah.
So that was amazement right there. But it showed how the Rams defense just kind of made them one-dimensional, and they basically just start teeing off on Brady or making them basically panic and dance back there. Matt Stafford, he looks good. I wanted to see how he was going to perform on the big stage, and man, he put on a tuxedo and he joined Frank Ntilikina on Broadway, and he started doing this thing. Him and, as Malcolm said a couple of weeks before Cup, he just seemed like he's always open, and Stafford just seems to find him. And so it was a great game. Deshaun Watson, is it Watson? Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah. Jackson.
Paid dividends. Go deep. Yeah, we don't need nothing else. Just go deep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's paying dividends. But that team looks
fast.
tough. And I had them one in your division, T.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm going to go with the defensive line of Mr. Donald. Aaron Donald.
Yes.
And basically, Stratford said, "Who got my back?" Big man said, "I got your back."
Playing off that commercial.
Yes, I am. Because when that man lines up, all those defensive linemen are like, yes, he's got my back. And it makes it much easier for them. Yeah. Because when that man cuts loose and you try to put 2 men on him, you can try to stop him, but you can only try to contain him. And that's all you can try to do with him. But kudos to the Rams, that beautiful $6 billion stadium.
Yeah.
Gracious.
See that.
And they were killing the Cowboys for spending $1 billion on that stadium. $6 billion?
Well, the only reason why is every time you look around when it's the playoff time, the lights are off in Dallas.
No. That stadium's open year round.
Oh yeah, it's open year round. It's just not open. Not open year round for the playoffs, you know.
But it didn't cost them $6 billion to build it.
$6 billion in Inglewood.
Yeah. That's like, isn't that like euros?
Oh, Vikings 30, Seahawks 17. Terry.
I'm glad Seattle got beat, man. You know, if you want my honest opinion, but no, I think the Vikings, they were due for this win. They had a couple tough losses. Kirk Cousins looked really good. He had 3 touchdown passes. They had, I know Dalvin Cook got injured, but Alexander Madison stepped in. They racked up like 171 total yards. Rushed for, I think, 76 yards. So, Russell Wilson, he did well. It was 23 for 32, 298 yards, touchdown to DK Metcalf. But something's not right there, and which I hope it carries over into this week with Seattle. But we'll see. But this Minnesota was due for this one. Good game played by them, solid game. So pretty much that's that.
Malcolm.
Good job, Coach Zimmer, man. I mean, he did his homework on Seattle, no doubt. And he did it with it, like you said, Cook was a scratch before the game started because he hurt his ankle last week. So that's why Madison got all them carries and that, basically running back committee. And that kid Jefferson is for real. He was all over the place. Cousins was hitting him at will. I mean, that kid is for real. I mean, Russell's gonna always work for his, and Russell's obviously one of the best quarterbacks in football. He's always gonna work for his. It's just a matter of what their defense is gonna do. I mean, Kirk Cousins sliced them to pieces. He sliced them, diced them. So, like you said, it is what it is. I mean, good job. Hats off to Zimmerman and the Minnesota Vikings.
And you got Kirk Cousin going 30 for 38 with 323 yards.
You like that?
Touchdowns.
Like that. Yeah.
Brian.
That was going to be my shine for him right there. 3 TDs, 323. You like that, Kurt? Yeah, that was it. That was my thunder. And Seattle, to me, they basically they kind of lost. They lost that game. They didn't score any points in the second half. And if you don't score any points, you basically asking to get beat. With the offense that they have, you think they would have been able to put up more than I think they put up 3 points in the second half. Or it might have been nothing.
Nothing. Zero.
It was nothing. Okay. So, yeah. With that offense, that's unexcusable. As Malcolm said, that defense is not reliable. So they got some work to do on that end. And they got some work to do, period, because that division is not going to be easy.
I think when you take a look also between Minnesota's 2 running backs, Alexander Madison and Amir Abdullah, you're looking at 30 carries, averaging about 4.4 yards a pop, and 136 yards. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Yeah.
Running back came in, Alexander Madison, filling in for Cook. 26 carries, 112 yards, average 4.3. And then Amir got 5 carries, but he averaged, 5 carries for 24 yards, which is an average of 4.8 yards. So they were running the football. And late in the game, Russell Wilson didn't have that Russell Wilson magic. And they got an L.
Sir.
So, next time. Oh, brother. I hate to do this, but it's nothing personal. It's only business, Terry. Packers 30. 49ers 28. Malcolm.
Wow, did that one go to the wire? Man, I mean, that dude, Aaron Rodgers, he knew, he said, they left me, what was it, 40 seconds or 30 seconds? You can't leave him the ball last. He's like Brady. Don't let them get the ball last. I mean, y'all celebrated, y'all did y'all thing, and y'all played great. San Francisco played great. They looked good. They did their thing. Man, I tell you, man, Aaron Rodgers hell, I'm a Cowboy fan. I know. He done it to me plenty of times. So you just feeling the wrath. Y'all usually have Aaron Rodgers' number. San Francisco usually has his number, no doubt. But he came to play last week, and he wanted to tell all the reporters, relax. Relax. I got this. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. He is what he is. I mean, I think one of his signals was what's that commercial he does there? Not double check, discount double check. He was doing that. We're not gonna check this one. We're just gonna win this one.
Mhm.
So he did his thing. I mean, it took a last second field goal, but Samson did play good.
Brian.
Aaron Rodgers he's a bad man. He's that dude. You can't leave 40 seconds on the clock. That's how bad he is, man. I would say if he is not one of, or he is the most accurate passers that I've seen since I've been watching football. And he could put it where, as Dallas game, anywhere,
Yes.
sidelines, middle, deep, wherever. And to go quiet as kept, he has 16 straight completions in this game. So he was just, he was slicing and dicing. He was the deli. He was the butcher. He was giving you everything. But you played well. Jimmy G played well. I can't even knock him.
Yes.
But that's still a L. So take that L.
Yeah.
Gotta wear that one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wear with pride.
Well, from the famous words of Mark Jackson,
Mama.
34 seconds left.
Mama.
One more time, Malcolm.
Mama.
There goes that bad man. I saw the look on Jimmy G's face on the sidelines when they were up, and it was 34 seconds. He was smiling like, yeah, we got this in the bag. And here comes Aaron Rodgers, and he throws the football right down the center of the field. The safety, I think it was the linebacker.
Linebacker.
A foot, jumped up in the air, and still the ball was a foot above his hand.
It's already
Right
15 yards
perfect
downfield.
in the hands of the wide receiver. And I said, he's going to win this game. Right, Terry?
Right. I mean, hey, you know what? Look, let's just say this. It was a good game. We got another good game on NFL primetime TV. It was tough for me to watch, but hey, Aaron Rodgers. And it was 37 seconds left.
37 seconds.
Yeah.
When we went up and scored 28-27. Malcolm, I saw you sent me the text. You said that's too much time.
Yep.
And I said, I didn't text back, but in my mind, I said that he has no timeout. And like you said, Gore,
Don't matter.
if Fred Warner had been back just a yard back, he would have tipped the pass. I'm not going to say he would have intercepted it because Aaron Rodgers is so accurate, but I think he would have tipped that pass. But once he completed that pass to Devontae Adams, I knew it was over. That's all they needed. That was a 25-yard pass completion, and that was all the field position they really needed. Then they came down with another 17-yard pass to Devontae Adams again.
Again.
You know,
Again.
he killed them all night. Our starting corners went out in the first half. K'Wan Williams, Josh Norman left the game early in the first half. So, but to me, if I would have changed anything, I felt like our defense came out a little, I wouldn't even say aggressive, but they were just showing man all night. And you can't do that to Aaron Rodgers. He's going to pick you apart, especially when you don't have your top cornerbacks in the game. But the Niners responded. They were down 17 points. They came back to take the lead. And one thing I'll say about Kyle Shanahan, I mean, he's he's an offensive guru. He's one of them in the league right now because he used everybody from Trey Lance to Kittle to Juszczyk, Deebo Samuels to get back into the game with some pretty good schemes. But like I said, our defense, we were shorthanded. I felt like we were a little too aggressive. I felt like the zone defense we played for them to not get the pass that he completed to win the game, we could have played that a little bit more just to try and confuse him. But hey, hats off to the man, Aaron Rodgers. So
I just want to ask T a quick question as a moderator. Aaron Rodgers, what did he do? He completed 12 of the 23 to Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Where was y'all rolling the defense for coverage to? Who was you doubling?
Nobody got doubled. Like I said, we were man to man all night. Aaron Rodgers, he was just coming up to the line of scrimmage. He saw it. And I'll give credit to the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers too, because they really did a good job.
They protected him. They
protected him, and he had a lot of time. So you give Aaron Rodgers time plus man-to-man coverage, it's not going to be pretty. Not going to be pretty.
Well, those 34 seconds wasn't pretty, but hang in there, Tiger.
Entertaining.
Cowboys 41. Eagles 21.
Save me for last.
Yeah, why not? Terry, you're up again.
Oh, goodness. This game was a sleeper for me. And I mean, literally, I fell asleep midway through the third quarter, right after Trevon Diggs got that interception for 59 yards for the pick six. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, they got a nice little running combo going there. Two-headed monster. Again, the Dallas Cowboys offense, they're looking impressive. Dak had a good game, 3 touchdowns. And Micah Parsons, he's paying dividends. He's paying dividends for them right now. Looking very impressive. Stadium was packed. What do you guys have, like 92,000 in the stands?
Give or take.
The game was over. To me, it wasn't a very exciting game. I think the most exciting part of the game was probably at halftime when Drew Pearson, Cliff Harris, and Jimmy Johnson got their Pro Football Hall of Fame rings. So that's all I got. I was sleeping.
Brian.
One team was playing chess, one was playing checkers, one was playing PlayStation 5, one was playing Atari. It just, you couldn't even mix this game together. It was awful, man. Philly, they was just outclassed, outmatched, out-talented every way. Dak, once again, he played well. Managed the game well as well. Both Zeke and Pollard both chipped in. So I have to give them credit. Cowboys could easily be 3-0. What are they right now? 3-0? 2-1?
Yeah.
Yep. So they can easily be that right now. And as T said, Parson, I like this kid. I like the way they're doing them. They moving them around. So Dallas looking good. I don't like it.
The Dallas corner. Tell me his name, Malcolm.
Diggs.
Was playing like a man amongst boys. He was just dominant over the Philadelphia Eagles wide receivers. And I'm saying to myself, wow, he's just telling them, you're not going to do nothing on me tonight. I'm going to be the star of this show. And on defense, he was the star of the show. What I saw on Monday night with the Dallas Cowboys, the defense was sound. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. They were attacking the quarterback. There wasn't a lot of flags on the field on the defense. It looked like a very solid, strong defense. And kudos to the Dallas Cowboys. Malcolm.
I mean, very good win, division win, which was a no doubter. I knew they would beat them. Dak looked good. Dak, like you said, hit his points, hit his people like he's supposed to. He controlled the line. The key to the game was the way the offensive line manhandled their defensive line, pushed them around like they were in the way. Mm-hmm. And I said it from the first 2 drives, they can't stop us. Yeah. I mean, they're just in the way. We're just pushing them out the way. Mm-hmm. And we bullied them. It was like bully ball. I mean, simple and plain. It took them out of their whole game because they ran the ball, 3 times on the offense? And Hurts had to run for the rest, had to run for his life for the rest. I mean, he's going to be a decent quarterback, but he's going to need a lot more blocking, a lot more help. You know what I mean? I mean, we just outclassed them, outplayed them. We're just a better team, period. You know, it showed in every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, special teams, whatever. I mean, it made them so bad, it made their fans mad at them. You know what I mean? it was I mean, their fans were like just pissed, you know, like we can't stop them, so why are we even in this game? You know, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, and you know how Philadelphia fans get. When they can boo Santa Claus, they'll definitely boo the Eagles. You know. So my point is, good job by the running game, good game plan. Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator. I mean, he was sitting there tooling it back and forth. Tight end had a great game, Schultz, and the kid on defense. I mean, number 11, that kid's gonna shine, man. It's like they're saying, he right now he's a Swiss Army knife. You can put him anywhere you want. Yeah. Right now he's that good, and I hope they don't overuse him or over abuse him. I mean, he wants to be out there all the time, but they're not gonna leave him out there all the time, And the kid, I mean, hopefully it's good things to show. The defense did good, solid. Nobody said that they're 85 Bears right now. No. No. They're just a defense. Like I told you, if they come in top 15, I can live with that. I know the offense is going to score. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about the defense. And Trayvon, by the way, that same guy, Trayvon, he was only, defensive player of the month, for the month of September. So he must have done something right this month.
Yeah. NFL Week 4. The famous words from the legendary Mike Francesa, where they play for pay.
Ta-da!
We're going to go right at Mr. Brady coming home to New England. Terry, what do you think?
I forget who it was. Someone in the media said they wouldn't be surprised if Brady doesn't want to put up 50 points against the Pats this week. Seeing how competitive he is, I believe it. This is a game that, the NFL and NBC had circled on their calendar because they're expecting a lot of viewers to tune in. I know everybody's seen the commercials with the Adele song. So they're playing it up big. Yep.
Coming home.
Yep. To me, this game is more about Brady versus Belichick more than it's the Bucs versus the Pats. Do I expect Belichick to have some elaborate schemes for Brady? Yes. But do the Patriots have a good enough team to beat Tampa? No. I expect Brady to kind of come out with that Mamba mentality and try and crush the Pat spirit right from the start. And I'm predicting 27-17 Pats. And I heard, I'm not sure how true this is, but I heard that the bleacher seats where you need binoculars to even see on the field are going for $2,000 in this one. So,
Malcolm.
Well, Brady's Brady. He's the GOAT. I mean, you did good when you said 27-17. I was going to say 37-17. But, I mean, It is what it is. I mean, Brady's going to do his thing. You know, the key is they're going to score. They just better hope that New England don't score, because don't forget, their defense ain't that great. I mean, they better hope they outscore them in the first half to where they become one-dimensional. You know, so it is what it is. It's all it is a homecoming, a hyped-up homecoming for who is it, NBC or whoever's televising this game.
Yeah.
That's all it is, a hyped-up homecoming for Brady. He did his thing. The man's the GOAT. Won 6 championships with him. Right now, they just give him his rocket cheer and let him walk on.
Brian.
New England defense is good. I'm gonna see how they perform against Brady. I still think Tampa's gonna win. If I had to give a number, I'll say 35-10. Tampa got AB coming back. Brady's gonna have that Mamba mentality, as T said. So I don't think the rookie quarterback is going to be able to match the firepower. So I see Tampa Bay winning this game pretty handedly.
I'll go with 37-10 Bucks.
Sure, changing my 7 points.
I don't see the Patriots quarterback going blow for blow with Brady. And I think eventually New England's defense will get tired because the offense will just go 4 and out, and Brady will just take command of the game. Guys, here we go with the pick'ems. I'm going to go with Harry. Are you ready?
Shoot.
2-1 Browns versus the 1-2 Vikings. Who do you have?
I'm going with the Browns.
Okay. Malcolm. Panthers 3-0. Cowboys 3-0. No,
Cowboys
2-1.
Man, this is a tough one. Cowboys all the way. Ain't even.
Why am I surprised?
I will be at that game live.
That's right.
Yep. And I look for you to be on CNN breaking news.
Yep. Trip
Man,
provided by Exo Sport.
I don't know if it's going to be good publicity or bad publicity.
Yeah.
1-2 Chiefs versus the 1-2 Eagles. Brian.
Chiefs. Very handily.
Terry. Seahawks versus 49ers.
49ers. Must-win game for us.
Raiders versus Chargers. Malcolm.
Wow, I'm going with Herbert, man. That kid is for real. I think this will be the Raiders' first loss this week.
The Raiders are 3-0. Chargers are 2-1.
Yeah.
Well, Jaguars and Bengals, we already know that game.
Just got over.
Yes. Give a good kudos to Jaguars for making it an entertaining game all the way up until the end, where that they lost.
Game-winning field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Washington Falcons. Brian.
Washington.
Matty Ice, you don't trust.
No, I don't.
Malcolm. Texans 1-2 versus the 2-1 Bills.
The minute you just said Texans, I already had counted them as a loss. So you could have said it would have been Joe Blow team or Jimmy Jack team. I still would have picked them over the Texans. So, of course, I'm going to pick the Bills. They're flying high.
0-3 Lions versus the 1-2 Bears. Terry.
I go with the Bears on this one.
Glad you got that one and not me. I didn't win.
0-3 Colts versus the 1-2 Dolphins. Brian.
Same thing.
Colts. Yeah, I'm right back in the pickle. You said Colts. Who was it? Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins.
0-3 Giants versus the 2-1 Saints. Malcolm.
Saints all day. The Giants better hope they win at least 2 games this year.
Terry, 2-1 Titans versus the 0-3 Jets.
Titans all the way.
Brian, 2-1 Ravens versus the 3-0 Broncos.
Ooh, tough game. Ravens. Ravens.
Yeah. 1-2 Steelers versus the 2-1 Packers. I am going to take this one. I am going to say Pittsburgh.
Yeah, good job, man.
That's funny, man.
That man Rod say nobody.
That's
I'm glad you said it because I ain't saying it.
real funny, man.
What the heck does that Aaron Rodgers guy think he is anyway?
You should be
MVP or something?
You should be a comedian.
Yeah, well, mama, here comes that bad man, and his name
Yeah,
is
mama,
TJ
here comes
Watt.
that man again.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Terry. Tell the people about the subscribe and tell them how we can say goodbye.
I want to thank everybody for listening and watching us tonight. Please hit that subscribe button and slap that notification bell. Please. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. On behalf of XO Sports, God bless and good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
I want to say congratulations to Justin Tucker on that 66-yard field goal to break a record for the Ravens to beat the Detroit Lions in the last second. That was absolutely awesome.
Yep.
Great job, Justin Tucker. Congratulations.
Yep. And I just want to say
Kudos
to E, your solo album was a flop, so come back.
Flop.
Yeah,
So come back to us. We'll see you when you get back. And be sure to check out some good basketball in the
Oregon
WNBA.
State University.
Come back, Bobby Brown.
Support your
Yeah,
HBCUs.
and how would Emerson say good night? Good night, everybody.
Support
Thank
your
you,
HBCU.
everyone. Good night.